Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is Wednesday, the 15th day of May. We're halfway there. Bring flowers to someone day. Do you like flowers?
I do like flowers.
Yeah, our daughter brought you flowers for Mother's Day.
She does that often.
And Heidi was like, oh, look at that. They're so cute. And I remember one time I brought you flowers and you said, don't waste money on these. They're just going to die. And then I haven't done it in a while. And then you're like, you never bring me flowers. Well, I wonder why. National Chocolate Chip Day today. National Nylon Stocking Day. National Senior Fraud Awareness Day. How sad is it
that's
is
even
such
a thing? It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
World Facilities Management Day today, National Numeracy Day, I think that has to do with numbers, and Juice Slush Day. All of those things. And there's a bunch of other stuff as well. It's all happening today. And I'm super excited to visit with Robert Kool Bell from Kool And The Gang. We're going to talk about the fact
Who doesn't
that
love Kool And The Gang?
he's the only surviving original member of that band, and they were just inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's pretty great.
I think that's really cool. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
At bettercreditcards.com.
with bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. If you're starting to feel like, woo, cool, just isn't cool anymore, don't worry, because half of us admit that we are out of touch with what is and what is not cool these days.
That is for sure.
Survey looked at how confident American adults feel when it comes to keeping up with pop culture, and it was determined that the age in which we generally expect to feel out of touch is 39. Yeah, for me, that ship had sailed a long time before 39. Good news is this. When it comes to what adults still do feel in touch, 72% felt they feel like they're in touch about food. Like, I know what's good and what's not. 60% felt like they really knew the music that was cool. That's because we just keep liking our own music. 6 and 10 feel similarly about hip social media things and movies. 55% said they feel okay with the latest tech trends. 49% that they say they inspire confidence, these tech trends do. Modern slang, 40% feel out of touch when they're talking to young people. They have no idea what they're saying. 35% admit that they cannot keep track of all these different celebrities these days. And that's one for me. We'll be like, so what are they famous for?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they're famous for being famous. I'm like, okay.
And like all the TikTokers and
Yeah.
all. It's like, no.
Oh, she's an Instagram model.
Yeah.
I'm like, my photo's on Instagram too, so I'm also an Instagram model. All right, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know a Texas man reclaimed his Guinness World Record by going skydiving at 106 years old?
Holy cow.
Al Blaschke first earned the title of oldest person to tandem skydive when he was only 103. Well, then a lady in Sweden who was a little older than him did it to steal the record from him. Well, now that he's 106, he's like, you know what?
I'm
gonna
taking
go
it back.
I'm getting my record back. And he says, if you think you can't, you're just underestimating yourself. Everyone is more capable than they think. They just need to make a decision to try. I love that. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by radiosavings.com. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh has found her next major starring vehicle. She's added to the cast of the Prime Video limited series Blade Runner 2099. It's a follow-up to the 2017 movie Blade Runner 2049. So, and that was also a kickoff or an extension of the Blade Runner from 1982. So this has been.
Remember
going on a
earlier when
bit.
we were talking about being out of touch?
Yeah.
I have no clue what we're talking about.
Disney says they will they'll release no more than 3 Marvel films per year going forward.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Is that enough? Really? I think that's plenty. And Kris Jenner reveals that doctors discovered a tumor in an upcoming clip of the Kardashians. trailer for the 5th and final season. I believe that's the final season. And so that's sad. I'm sad to hear that. I don't know what all the details are. I've not watched the program, so I've not kept up with the Kardashians, if you know what I mean. But I hope everything goes okay. Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by RadioSavings.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. The first ever Oscars took place this week in 1929. So we're sneaking up on 100 years of Oscars.
Wow.
So 1929, this week, that's when I did the first Oscar party. And I wonder when they'll do the last one, because they've really been dwindling in popularity.
Yeah, people really just don't care.
Maybe when they hit that 100-year mark, that's when they go, hey, we've done this enough. I don't know. Who knows? It doesn't affect me at all, so I really don't care. And spring has sprung, and many of us are spending more time on our yard projects, including lawn care. But you might recall in previous years, a group of people put out messages that we should give the lawnmower a rest for the entire month of May. The No Mow May movement. Have you seen this?
If we tried to do that, we'd get notices from the city.
Probably would.
Yeah.
The idea, though, was to let the flowering plants like clover and dandelions bloom because they are some of the earliest food available for pollinators, according to the Bee Squad at the University of Minnesota. But in case you're concerned about the Homeowners Association, what they might say if you left your lawn untouched for a month, the latest bee-friendly campaign is slightly less unsightly. The Bee Lab says the goal of a slow mow summer is mow less frequently throughout the summer instead of not all in 1 month. That also helps the pollinators all season long. So they're going, if you leave some areas and maybe mow this part of the lawn this week and that part of the lawn next week. And I've done that in the past, not because I was trying to save the bees, but because I'm just kind of lazy. So I remember one time I didn't mow the backyard as often as I mowed the front yard. And then we had a photo of our kids, and it was in some ornamental grass, and our neighbor was over, and his wife goes, "Oh, I love this photo." And he goes, "Was that taken in your backyard?" I still laugh when I think about that. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis? By allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit right now with Robert Kool Bell, one of the original members of Kool and the Gang and a 2024 inductee in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Congratulations, sir. That's got to feel pretty good.
It's been a while, but we feel very good about it. I mean, I've been in this business for over 60 years. Some of the name changes up to Kool and the Gang. And I've played for a lot of different, different rock groups, so you say Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 48 shows with Van Halen, 10 shows with Kid Rock, opened up with Dave Matthews Band, Elton John, Rod Stewart, and the list goes on. So I'm happy to see that recognized to be nominated.
Well, I think it is well-deserved. And when you were a kid playing music, you said 60 years ago, did you have any idea this was going to be your life?
I started at 14 years old. My brother 13 years old. All I got was young, just coming out of high school. We know that we were hoping that things would happen for us. And it goes back to something else that I'm involved with called the Cool Kids Foundation. When my wife passed, she came up with the Cool Kids Foundation, bringing music back into school. And that's what happened, kind of with us. Myself, my brother, some of the other members, they had music in the school. I played around the violin, the cello, because he had that. He was able to do that. And that wasn't happening anymore. And, of course, I ended up playing the bass guitar, as you know. But that's something that I'm doing right now. I've been doing in the name of my wife, a Cool Kids Foundation. and some of the other things that we're doing in this music business. So I'm thankful.
Love that. Well, I love the fact that when you made it big, you kept other people in mind and you gave back, which is really cool. And your music has been music not for just a generation, but for several generations. Is very, very popular still to this day.
From Cherish to Celebration, those are the main ones, but they have many more of my songs. Creative lifestyle, so people will tell me, all over the world. So, we're thankful for that. That's definitely a blessing.
Again, visiting right now with Robert Kool Bell from Kool And The Gang, recently inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And when you were putting these songs together, you probably want all of them to be a hit, but could you kind of tell that this one is different?
Well, the way that we've worked over the years, especially in the earlier days, one guy or two guys, would come up with an idea of a song, and then we all get together and make that song happen. But then there was other songs, like Too Hot was written by the late George Brown. What has happened in his life when he was 16 years old? High School Sweetheart, Love Was So Brand New, So those songs, they kind of come together. Like I said, Ladies Night or Get Down on It, Fresh. All these tracks, Jungle Boogie, how do they explain it? It's been a blessing that we were able to work together as a band, and what's more important is that the fan gravitated towards the work we have done.
Yeah.
And we're still around.
And there are some bands that you go to the concert to hear them sing a specific song. With Kool and the Gang, you guys had so many hits. It's like every song you sing is a song I want to hear.
You're kind of right about that. We started our show off. Sometimes we start off with Fresh, going into Miss Red, coming out there to Joanna, and going into the 70s, Jungle Boogie, Hollywood swing, funky stuff, and then the ultimate Ladies Night, Get That On It, Celebration. Yeah. All I can say, we have been blessed to have so many hits. There's a lot of them that some of the people request sometimes that we haven't even played them in years. Like Heidi High, Heidi Ho.
Yeah.
Like Stand Up and Sing. Like Straight Ahead. So many.
Well, congratulations on being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Absolutely well-deserved, sir. Congratulations to you.
Well, thank you. Again,
our guest today has been Robert Kool Bell from Kool And The Gang, and they have recently been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You can see all of the 2024 inductees at rockhall.com. Again, rockhall.com. And again, Robert Kool Bell has been our guest. Robert, thank you again for your time today, sir. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. Again, Robert Kool Bell from Kool And The Gang. I think that's pretty cool that I got a chance to talk with him today. A recent inductee in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Again, if you'd like to learn more and see who the other inductees are, rockhall.com, and I've got a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.
Whether you have a credit card now and need a better credit card, or if you don't even have a credit card but you'd like to get a good one, we would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit
at bettercreditcards.com.
bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There are more Lego figurines in existence than there are people on the Earth.
I think we have discussed that.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Earth is the only place in the solar system where a total solar eclipse can happen. Every other planet, the moon is too far away or there's too close or whatever, it's the wrong size. So we're the only place that we know of in the entire solar system where a total solar eclipse can happen.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The words Mr. and Mrs. came from the words master and mistress. That's how that the MR is short for master.
Oh.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The only difference between kosher salt and table salt is that kosher salt grains are smaller. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Babies sometimes smile not because they're happy, but because they know it makes their parents happy.
Aww.
I don't know how they found out. They didn't do a survey of babies, and I don't know. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
So how do you like these gas prices? Not great, huh? How would you like to save money every time you get gas? prices. I've been using this app for a few years and it's amazing. You can find out more at radiosavings.com. When I first heard about it, I didn't think we'd have this in our area, but they seem to have stuff all over the place. You can sign up for free and try it for yourself. They have savings on gas, but on many other things too, like restaurants and convenience stores. Try it for free at radiosavings.com. That's radiosavings.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi. On average, we keep this for just over 3 years before getting a new one, or maybe a couple of new ones. What is it?
Mattress?
No, a pillow. Yeah. So you were in the right room. You were just the wrong thing.
Right.
So 3 years before you get a new pillow. How long have we had our pillows? They're for a while, I think.
We've had them for quite some time, yeah.
I like my pillow. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of mintervention.com.
Do you have a mobile phone? How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A free bottle of wine has finally been claimed after being hidden in the privacy policy of a tax-focused business website for 3 months. The UK's Tax Policy Associates added a clause as an experiment to see if anybody would actually read the full terms posted on their site.
Oh,
the
funny.
nonprofit organization's head, Dan Needle, shared the story on X, so weird to say it that way,
It
Twitter,
is.
saying the first person to spot this will get sent a good bottle of wine. Now, after recent changes to the copy among the thousands of words of fine print in the privacy policy area of the website, these words appear. We know nobody reads this because we added in February that we'd send a bottle of good wine to the first person to contact us, and it was only in May that we finally got a response. Needle came up with the idea as a, quote, childish protest that all businesses have to have a privacy policy when nobody reads them anyway.
Right.
It is money being wasted.
It is.
And somebody got some wine out of that deal.
That's
Weird
fantastic.
news.
I
Yeah,
love that.
Absolutely. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. People say these foods cure their hangover. So if you had a little too many mimosas on Mother's Day, maybe you try some of this stuff. And then Heidi will add one to the list as well. How about eggs? A lot of people have eggs on the list as number one. They say that that's a really good thing because it's, easy on the tummy and all of that stuff. Bananas and other fruit are high in potassium, helping relieve dehydration and lost electrolytes. Number 3 on the list, avocados. A lot of vitamins and minerals, good for your liver. Number 4 on the list, salmon, loaded with omega-3 fatty acids.
I can't even imagine trying to consume any of these things.
And the
with a
last thing
hangover.
on the list is chicken noodle soup. It's a comfort food, packs protein, electrolytes, and all of that. And Heidi will add to the list.
A Big Mac and a Coke.
That's how I can always tell if she had a little too much to drink. She'll wake up in the morning and she's like, is it too early to get a Big
I
Mac?
need a Big Mac.
Like, oh, apparently you drank too much wine last night. All right, the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
Can your IRA or 401k stand up to the next financial crisis by allocating a percentage of your retirement into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns. Safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Protect your retirement today with a simple phone call and receive your free gold and silver guide. Call 1-800-200-GOLD or visit genesisgoldira.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com. Quote today comes from Douglas Adams, who says, I love deadlines. I like the whooshing sound they make as they fly by.
What?
I don't know. I think he basically means I like deadlines, but I never hit one.
deadlines.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much, I think. I don't know. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of radiosavings.com. This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of Genesis Gold, IRA.com. Our son did not believe that your photo was on the top of that, by the way. He and I were having a discussion. Heidi was not feeling great on Mother's Day, so my son and I were hanging out on Mother's Day, which I'm like,
Yeah.
this feels weird. But I was telling him about that. He's like, why is your photo on there? I'm like, because we talk about it on the thing. He's like, so? Why would they put your photo on there? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know they were going to when I sent the photo. They just asked if we had a photo of us, and I sent it. So, yeah, if you want to see it, GenesisGoldIRA.com. Hey, you ready for some good news, Heidi?
Sure.
I kind of like this story here. A man sleeps outside to win free chicken for the homeless. This happened in England. In a heartwarming display of generosity and dedication, a mystery man being hailed as a hero now. He hails from Kenya, and he's a proud citizen of Manchester, England, demonstrated true spirit of giving as he camped out for over 17 hours to be one of the first people in line at the grand opening of the first ever Popeyes chicken restaurant in Greater Manchester. So Popeyes is Louisiana. It says Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen. It's chicken from the United States, and they opened the first location in this community. He said, I knew I was going to win. I'm not here to play games. They told me that I've broken a record for the longest wait. But this unnamed hero didn't do this for him. It wasn't because he wanted to be the first one to try the chicken. He's had it. He likes it, but it's for something far more meaningful. He said, it's because of that free food, but it's not for me. I'm giving this to a local homeless group.
I love that.
Despite his desire to remain anonymous, his actions speak louder than words because his character and unwavering commitment made a huge difference in the lives of many.
That's
As a
awesome.
citizen of Manchester and a citizen of UK, I feel like I need to do my part to help people out. It says, thank all glory to God. I can afford.
Beautiful.
I can afford a car, so I can help others out. Why not? How cool is that?
I love that.
And there's a photo here of quite a few people that were lined up. And this particular restaurant, when they were doing this, they were saying, hey, the first however many people to come in, we're going to give you free food for a year. So he won the free food for a year, and they gave it to this group.
I
so
love that.
each person in this group would be able to go and get a meal from time to time. So
All the rest of those people had to feel just. He's like, yeah, I'm going to donate mine. Everybody else is like,
I'm going to bring my mom with me, maybe, if she's nice. All right. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.